This might be the first time that I've seen a Yuri anime and thought that it was just pretty okay. Oh god, what is wrong with me?
いつか君と見上げた空は心の中そっと溶けてゆく
Whispered Words is a 2009 romantic comedy Yuri anime based on the manga of the same name written by Takashi Ikata. The anime, which is set in a co-ed high school, centers around Sumika, a 15-year-old girl who is secretly in love with her best friend, Usio. Usio likes girls too, but is out of the closet about it. She's also only into cute and small girls, while Sumika is tall, good at sports, and outgoing rather than shy. The anime follows the two through their friendship as it evolves into something more through making new friends and learning more about each other. One of the reasons that this anime was enjoyable to watch was because the characters were extremely enjoyable. My favorite characters were Tomoe and Mayako, the anime's resident lesbian couple. They are the mentor characters who help Sumika and Usio with their lesbian problems. Their relationship is super adorable, and any scene centering around them was always a delight to watch. They also have the strongest personalities, and I really love how they aren't ashamed about showing their love to the public, despite the judgmental eyes of others.
ただいま、みやこ。おかえり。ご飯にする？お風呂にする？それとも。全部だ。
A cool thing about the characters in Whispered Words, though, is that some of the characters have layers and complexity to them. For example, Akemiya, the only male character in the anime, likes Sumika and cross-dresses as a girl in order to get her attention when he figures out that Sumika only likes girls. However, over time, he actually comes to enjoy wearing women's clothing and is happy when Sumika learns his secret. She doesn't find him as disgusting. The other complex character in the bunch is Aoi, a classmate who is a Yuri fan and wants to write Yuri manga of her own. However, Aoi believes that love between girls must be something completely pure and fragile, hidden from the public eye, just like how they are portrayed in the majority of Yuri manga and anime. At least back in the day, which is why she doesn't like Tomoe and Miyako's relationship, thinking them to be too blatant. I'm not sure if the original author meant it or not, but Aoi as a character is kind of a play on how people view lesbian relationships in anime and manga versus how they view them in real life, in Japan at least. This type of complexity of characters elevates Whispered Words from just being a simple Yuri series. The music in this anime is pretty nice as well. The music is very soft and soothing, often creating a very atmospheric feeling whenever it's needed. The music piece of Kiss in particular has a very good piano arrangement, and whenever it's used, you are instantly put in a very nostalgic and melancholic mood, often reminding you of that first love back in high school, but one that you had to keep to yourself and not tell anyone. The music in Whispered Words is a mood setter, and I quite enjoyed it. The anime also handles the concept of being gay in high school very well, and this works especially since the anime is set in a co-ed high school. One of the reasons that a majority of Yuri anime and manga is set in an all-girls school is because high school girls do form very strong friendships and even relationships with each other. It's something that is encouraged by adults, and I go into more detail about it in my Kuniiku Ikuhara video, so you can watch that for more information about this topic. Anyway, in some all-girls school, it's entirely possible for some of these girls to easily fall into romantic relationships, which makes Yuri author's job easier in making a bunch of gay female characters. Since Whispered Words is set in a co-ed high school, majority of female relationships don't become romantic relationships because, well, there are boys around. Though of course, just like in any high school, there are some kids who like those of the same gender nonetheless. This is where Usio and the theme of loneliness comes from. For all Usui knows, she is the only gay student in her entire high school. And with that, it becomes lonely when there's no one to talk about this kind of stuff with. Some of the other girls might even find her creepy and become uncomfortable around her since she's pretty obvious and out in the open about her loving cute girls. Which is why it's very exciting when she learns that Tomoe and Miyako are lesbians as well, and she and Sumika befriends them. It teaches her that she isn't the only one, and that there are others like her, letting her know that her feelings towards girls is a normal thing. Another positive thing about Whispered Words is its first episode and how it's pretty good. Actually, more than that. It's beyond spectacular.
Using a majority of visual storytelling and clever writing, the first episode tells you everything you need to know about Usuo and Sumika and their individual conflicts. Between Usuo's loneliness and Sumika's unrequited and secret love towards Usuo, despite Usui only seeing Sumika as her close friend and not knowing that she's gay. This is an amazing start that allows for a bunch of opportunities for great writing and character growth. It was something that I was really looking forward to when I went to watch the second episode and beyond.
Unfortunately, this is where the negatives that I have with the anime come in, and first off is that the rest of the show just doesn't hold up to that first episode. Not that I'm saying that the rest of the anime isn't good in any way, it just can't match the brilliance of that first episode. And that's a little disappointing.
Honestly, the rest of the anime mostly contains just pure fluff and nothing else. Don't get me wrong though, it has its moments here and there, especially with those complex characters that I talked about before. It's good fluff, but fluff nonetheless. It also doesn't help that the story has no clear focus, always switching around different scenarios and events without any bearing on the overall story.
This is especially true later on in the manga. The story doesn't have a clear path, just going from one thing to another without an endgame seemingly in mind.
The anime also has one or two moments, like Akemiya's younger sister having a very weird obsession with him and his cross-dressing. It can get a little creepy at times and can often be distracting in what is otherwise a good episode that focuses on Akemiya. Also, some of the shots in the anime are a little uncomfortable when it heavily shows the female characters' bodies when they are wearing swimsuits or the old-fashioned Japanese swim clothes. It gives us some male gaze moments that is very unwelcome in a yuri anime.
Another negative is a negative that I have with a lot of short anime that is based on a manga.
And that's that the anime doesn't have a concrete ending. It just ends, not giving us a satisfying ending with these characters and allowing us to end on something, instead just telling us to read the manga for more.
Which I did, but still.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, you need to have a satisfying ending to your anime that you're adopting from a manga if you aren't going to adopt the entire thing. I'm just saying.
It's easy! Classic America coming.
In the end, Whispered Words is a enjoyably serviceable anime that has a little complexity to it that makes it worth a watch. Through its enjoyable and complex characters, its atmospheric music, relatable themes, and that fucking amazing first episode, it's no wonder that this anime has a lot of fans. However, with the rest of the anime basically being nothing but just pure fluff, its moments and not having a concrete ending makes the anime be pretty okay, at least to me. I'm glad I saw it, but I kinda wish I did some stuff differently than what I saw. Especially after that extraordinary first episode. My god, was it amazing! I'm going to give Whispered Words a B. I'd recommend it if you're a fan of yuri anime or anyone that's just looking for a simple romantic comedy that has one or two complex elements. Despite my feeling towards it, I can easily see how it stood the test of time, especially with its fans.